Something was filmed, something the government never wanted you to see. They said it was classified, a mistake, a trick of light. But every time they tried to hide it, another video surfaced. From secret military tests to creatures that shouldn't exist. Each clip is real, or at least someone believes it is. Tonight, we'll count down 15 recordings the government tried to erase, from the least disturbing to the one that may prove they were never in control. Stay until the end, because number 1 changes everything. Number 15. Under a dim streetlight, a man stands completely still. Then his body begins to twist, violently, unnaturally, as if something inside is trying to break free. His arms jerk backward, his legs fold. He collapses, crawling across the pavement in insect-like spasms. Beside him, a dog watches, frozen in terror. Distorted movements, static interference. Witnesses said the man was part of a government trial, a neurological experiment gone wrong. But when authorities arrived, the footage vanished from every online source. Only this 6-second clip survived. What exactly was inside him before they erased the rest? Number 14. A couple films a selfie by the sea. They laugh, unaware of what's rising behind them. Shadow emerging beneath the water. The ocean shifts. A massive vertical shape begins to surface. Silent, smooth, impossibly tall. No waves, no sound, just presence. Experts said it was a digital reflection error, but the military sealed off the area that same day. Distorted frame, figure sinking. Some believe it wasn't a glitch, but a living thing that surfaced too soon, before they could hide it again. Number 13. A diver explores the Atlantic, her camera capturing only silence and light. Faint movement in the murky blue. Then, something enormous drifts past. A long neck, smooth scales, a jaw lined with teeth. Its shape matches no known marine species. Motion near diver's fins. Authorities labeled the footage marine distortion and confiscated her original file, but fragments leaked online days later. What she filmed looks prehistoric, and if it's real, it means extinction wasn't the government's only lie. Number 12. 2 officers respond to a midnight call. A woman reports screams in the fields. They step out of their patrol car. Flashlight beams cutting through the dark. The silence feels alive. Then it comes. A scream, sharp and metallic, echoing like something between a voice and a machine. Lights shake, camera glitch. The officers run. When backup arrived, the field was empty. But minutes later, the audio files were wiped from the police database. If it wasn't human, who ordered the deletion? Number 11. Deep inside the caves of Mount Alcara, a man records what he thinks is empty silence. Flashlight revealing a dark figure. Then he sees it, a motionless figure draped in black. When he calls out, it answers with a single word: death. Moments later, rocks begin to rise from the ground, as if gravity itself had changed. The video ends abruptly and static. Officials claimed the cave was sealed for safety reasons, but locals say armed men arrived first and carried something out. Something still moving beneath the cloth. Number 10. 2 men filming near a pier notice movement below the surface.
Bro, that's not a dolphin. That's a girl. There's a girl in the water. What the is that? Oh my God, there's more. There's more of them. They're all around us, dude.
At first, it looks like a fish, but then a pale shape drifts closer. Long hair, human eyes. It stares directly into the camera before vanishing beneath the pier.
What is that? Oh my God, there's more. There's more of them. They're all around us, dude.
Later, the Coast Guard blocked off the area, calling it a training incident. But no exercises were ever scheduled that night. If that wasn't human, what was the government trying to recover from the lake? Number 9. At the port of Santa Eugenia, a canal gate suddenly jams. Engineers check the surveillance feed.
Oh my God, no.
Flickering underwater footage. And something pale presses against the bars. A creature, massive, scaled like a reptile, with a tail like a whale's. Then, it turns. Blurred humanoid face, long fingers. The upper body is human, its hand reaching toward the lens before the screen cuts to black. Hours later, the gate reopened on its own. Authorities drained the canal, but never released the footage again. Maybe because what they found wasn't supposed to exist. Number 8. Fishermen pull up their nets and realize something is moving inside.
Oh, he's twisting! Easy now, easy, whoa!
At first, they think it's a seal. Then it looks up, eyes red, skin cold, gasping for air. It lets out a cry that sounds almost human.
Easy now, easy, whoa! Christ, look!
Frantic struggle, camera shaking. Moments later, the Coast Guard orders the footage deleted, calling it a training simulation leak. But witnesses said the body was taken away in a sealed container. If it was just a hoax, why did federal agents arrive within the hour? Number 7. A woman arrives at JFK Airport carrying a passport from a country that doesn't exist. The document is flawless. Holograms, seals, even biometric data. But no nation called Terenza has ever appeared on any map. Agents detain her for questioning. She whispers, "This isn't my world."
This isn't my world.
Hours later, she vanishes from a locked cell. The security footage shows her fading, pixel by pixel, until nothing remains. Officials deny the incident ever happened, but if that's true, who erased her from every record? Number 6. A security camera captures something impossible.
No manches, se hizo perro, güey.
Es un Nahual, te lo dije.
Man stops under the light. A man freezes. Then his body begins to twist, bones cracking, skin stretching. Within seconds, he's gone, replaced by a large black dog that shakes off his clothes and walks away. Locals say it was a Nahual, a shapeshifter born from ancient rituals. Dog disappears into shadows. Police arrived hours later and removed the footage from public servers. They called it a camera malfunction. But what kind of glitch howls before it walks away? Number 5. In the frozen silence between the US and Canada, a lone hiker records movement among the rocks. Creature rising slowly behind the boulder. A tall, skeletal figure steps into view, antlers like a crown, its skull pale against the night. It turns toward the camera. A deep animal sound follows, something between a growl and a breath. Moments later, the recording ends. When authorities reached the site, the man's footprints simply stopped. They called the clip inconclusive and sealed the report. If the Wendigo is only a legend, why was the evidence classified? Number 4. 2 men walk through Sherwood Forest just after midnight. Their flashlight catches something moving between the trees. A woman crouches by a fallen trunk, her hands covered in something dark. They call out. She doesn't answer. When they step closer, she turns, eyes hollow, mouth red. The sound that follows doesn't belong to a human throat. The video ends mid-scream. No one knows what happened next. And for some reason, no report was ever filed. Number 3. In the forest of the Black Hills, a motion sensor camera triggers in the middle of the night. For less than 2 seconds, the frame captures this: a skeleton, but not human. It stands upright, its limbs too long, its skull elongated like something ancient and wrong. Static flicker, faint distortion. The next image is empty, the path untouched, the soil undisturbed. Rangers said it was a trick of infrared reflection, but no one can explain the footprints leading into the dark, and not a single one coming back. Number 2. The date reads December 16, 2001. A lone explorer films his way through the Columbia ice field. Heavy breathing, shaking flashlight. Moments later, a figure appears ahead. Tall, broad, motionless. It stands in the snow, watching. Then it moves, fast. The camera shakes violently before dropping into the snow. Only the sound of the wind remains. Search teams found the tape days later, still recording. No trace of the man and no footprints beyond his own. Number 1. Late at night, 2 siblings hear strange sounds near the edge of the forest. They grab a flashlight, and the camera starts recording.
Oh God.
Glowing red eyes in the dark. A tall figure steps into view, wings folded, body still, watching them. Then, with a deep flutter, it spreads its wings and rises into the air. The lens shakes, the sound distorts, and the video cuts out mid-flight. Locals still talk about the night the air itself seemed to move. And that's why this clip stands above the rest, because unlike the others, this creature never tried to hide.
Oh God.
Bonus. In 2003, a hiker in southern Ontario claimed his camera captured something impossible. At first glance, it looks prehistoric. Thick tail, scaled skin, moving on 2 legs. Experts dismissed it as a costume, yet no details were ever found in the metadata. The original file disappeared from the man's computer hours after it was uploaded. He said his system wiped itself clean. Weeks later, forestry patrols reported strange footprints matching no known species. If this was a hoax, why did the Department of Natural Resources classify the area as restricted wildlife zone for over a year? Maybe because something still walks there,